Hello my friends, my name is Dragonheart, the Prince of Wales, and welcome to my YouTube channel. You're probably thinking, what on earth is going on? Why is this in my feed? Well, I will answer that in today's video. So if you cast your minds back to March of 2023, that was my last ever video. I said in that video that it had been 10 years that I had been doing YouTube and that I found that I had less and less time to do it, and that the sort of passion wasn't there to be creative anymore, and that I was going to basically bookmark the channel and that be the concluding point of the channel. And all of those things still hold up to this day. However, we are now in we're in July of 2024. Quite a lot of time has passed since then, and I have had that itching feeling to want to be creative and want to make something and do something. So my understanding is that if you want to do something, you should just do it. Do you know what I mean? So I have taken the decision to basically reopen the YouTube channel. I won't be making videos. That's the first thing I want to make clear. I'm not going to be making videos because, one, it is time consuming, and like I said in that previous video, it does take a lot out of you as an individual. You must put time aside to create, have an idea, to do the thumbnail, to do the descriptions, to tagging things, the time to actually record it, to sit down and edit it and do it justice and make it a worthwhile experience for those people that you're hoping to watch that video. And I don't have that sort of time, if I'm being honest with you. I work a full-time job. I have a lot of hobbies. I'm going to talk about one of my hobbies in a second as well, because that's quite fun. But yeah, the point I'm making is that I'm not going to make videos. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stream. If you were with me back in 2015, around 2016, you remember those glorious days, the good old days of YouTube, when YouTube gaming was its own thing, and you had a separate page for the gaming side of YouTube, and you had all these streamers on there. My friends Lord Rexasaur, Jackosaurus, Kahuli, and many other people were streaming in our own little groups at that time, and it was such a fun experience and something which I look back on and cherish those moments. And I was streaming back then on a tin pot, basically. My parents' internet, I was living with my parents at the time, their internet was not that good at all, and I'd be lucky to get a 480p quality stream, but somehow I made it work and we were able to build up a nice community. And I think the main sort of point of this video is I miss that human interaction with people. I love the idea of sitting down, playing a game or doing something, and just dropping into the chat and saying, hey, how are you? How's it going? And I've always said before that I like it. I sort of see streaming like you walk into a bar and you see your friend at the bar. Hey, how's it going? You all right? You have a bit of a catch up and shake hands or whatever. And I sort of miss that aspect of streaming. And that's why I want to get back into it. So the rules for this, or lack thereof of rules, I guess, are that there won't be videos. I will be playing some games. I might even do some painting. Now this goes on to the hobby side of things that I was just referring to a moment ago. I have got into Warhammer Fantasy in such a big way in the absence between my last YouTube video and this video, to the point where I am playing games with my good friend Lord Rexasaur, also known as Paul. He's a big Warhammer nerd. He's been playing the game for years. He plays 40k. He has a Skaven army, a High Elves army, and he has the Bretonnian army from the new / old world re-release, which came out in January of this year. I had the starter set of the Tomb Kings, and I've been painting up my army. I keep looking down here because I want to bring an example of just some of the things I've been doing. This is my goblins, because I got a Tomb King army. I have a goblin or orc / goblin army, and I've also started a empire army. So I've gone into it in such a big way. My painting is okay. I'm getting better at it. It's nothing special, but you can definitely see that there's, if I don't know if the camera will focus on this. That's one of my wolves with a little goblin with a little spear on it over there, as you can see. I put a little bit of a magnet underneath it and sort of glue that onto a bit of blue tack just to hold it in place, so I can put them into a big box or a box like I've got by here, so that they don't slide around. I can sort of move them quite easily. which makes it easier for transportation and things like that. So the point I'm making is that when I do get back into streaming in some way, maybe I will do some painting things. I'll just sit down and paint. There's a guy I watch on YouTube called Decrepit Gaming. He's a proper old school wargamer from, I think he's from Northern Ireland. And I actually find him quite relaxing to like watch and listen to. And he does like tutorials on using the army painter paints. And I really enjoy sort of watching them and sort of mimicking what he does and trying to make my units and my figures look better than what they actually are. So I find him very good, and watching him the other day sort of gave me that kind of inspiration or an idea of maybe I could do something similar to that. So I'm definitely going to be possibly doing that. I did try something on Twitch last month. I did try doing something very similar on Twitch, but Twitch is kind of weird these days. I don't really know what Twitch is doing these days with like their policies and things, and there seems to be people getting banned left, right and centre. And looking back at sort of my sort of journey throughout content creation and all that kind of stuff, Twitch was always like the little side bit, and YouTube was like the main bit where all my sort of community always was. So maybe I like the dual stream with the two, or I'll definitely focus mainly on YouTube. But the point is I'm going to do streaming. I'm going to focus primarily on YouTube gaming, YouTube streaming. There are a couple of games I want to play. I want to do maybe some Assassin's Creed stuff at some point, if I can get back into that. Have a nice game with a nice story to play through. I'm also looking at, there's a game that came out which I was watching recently. I think it's called SOVL or SOFL Wargaming or Warfare. And it's basically like a Warhammer Fantasy tabletop game, but it's like old school White Dwarf with like the blocks of men that are charging towards each other and that kind of stuff. That's free to play on Steam, so I might even do a little stream on that maybe. As far as scheduling goes, I don't know when there's going to be a schedule or anything. Well, there won't be a schedule. It'll be whenever I can do it. It'll be when I have a bit of free time. Maybe after work on one evening a week, that sort of thing. Maybe on a weekend, on a Sunday afternoon, when I'm not tied up with something, that sort of thing. So that's kind of what I'm looking at doing, guys. It feels weird. It feels really weird just sitting in front of the camera again, or my phone in this case, and recording something. I know this video's kind of been all over the place. I've had like, in my head I had like 2 or 3 points I wanted to hit, and I ended up going off on massive tangents, which is what I always do. So some things never change. As I say in Fallout 4, war never changes. And I guess you could ad-lib that and say, Dragonheart never changes. But yeah, so I'm going to just end this here before I keep waffling and rambling on and things like that. Hope you have a great day, evening, morning, wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. Hopefully you enjoyed what I said, and hopefully looking forward to dropping into 1 or 2 potential YouTube streams that I'm hoping to do in the next few weeks. I'm looking at, I'm not going to rush myself too much. I'm just going to try and ease myself in and just do like 1 stream a week, that sort of thing, as and when. If you join my Discord, there's a Discord link, or there should be a Discord link in the description below. I still have my Discord channel. Join the Discord, because I will put on there whenever I'm going to go live. I'll tag everyone, so have a notification on if you want to, and you'll see them when I go live. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I've been Dragonheart, the Prince of Wales. Until next time, goodbye.